Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy, It's Me, Nick Smithy. And today I wanted to walk you through how to set up a good team. All right? People have been asking me this, and I think it's time we address what makes a good team, how to get a good team, etc., etc. So, to start off, how to get a good team. Well, you're either going to have to play a bunch to get good heroes, or you're going to have to trade a bunch to get good heroes off of other people. Okay, it's really as simple as that. Or it sounds simple, it's actually not. And I know, because like when you're a new player, you don't have a lot to offer in the trading plazas or the Discord, or wherever you're trading at, and that can be probably pretty frustrating. So you might need to just keep playing and grinding with those heroes as much as you can until you get to the place where you're able to build that good goated team. Okay, now, when it comes down to it, what is the goal? Winning, right? You want to be able to win every event you go into, heaven, hell, I don't know, whatever. Probably by the time this video's out, those are going to be gone. Back rooms, right? You want to win Slasher. You want to win all the floors, X, Y, and Z. You want to win Endless. Yeah, yada, yada. So, all you want to do is win. Now, if you get a win, I would say, good job. You clearly made a good team. Okay? But does that mean that your team is really that good? Well, if you're looking at it from terms of like top players, most of them would probably say no. Just because you won with a team doesn't mean it's a good team. The way I see it is from both point of views. Yeah, if you tell me that you're using, I don't know, Blood Claw with Demon Queen and Wandering Mage with Bastet and Kitty, like these 5 right here, but you're winning, W, bro. That's the whole point, right? Like, we build a team to win. So if you're winning with them, good job. Is that a good team? No. Like, it's really not. That just means a few things. One, you might know strategy really well in TD games, which, like, good on you. You should definitely learn that if you don't know it yet. Or you're just getting lucky, which also is, like, kind of crazy, because chances are, like, teams like this are not going to take you that far. Like, I don't even think you could dare win floor 7 with this. I mean, that'd be pretty freaking nutty. I'd like to try doing something that stupid one day. It's not going to work very well. Let's just put it that way. For a lot of factors. But anyways, what I consider a good team would be focusing your team around a specific tag. So what's a tag? Well, let's click on Archangel. Holy. Chapter 1 and Archangel. Okay. We're going to ignore the Chapter 1 and the Archangel, and we're going to focus on the Holy. Okay, because just because it says Chapter 1, you're not going to get much out of that. That doesn't really mean anything. It's basically just telling you when the hero was created. Okay. So it was created in Chapter 1. But as of right now, there's no such thing as chapter boosters. So until there's a full-blown chapter booster, I would disregard whatever this is saying. And then this is just saying Archangel. So, it's just telling you that's what it is, basically. And if you were to go over to Purge, it's going to tell you the same type of thing, Purge, Chapter 1, and Holy. Now, I'm sure you noticed both of these were Holy. Well, let's look at Amun-Ra. Amun-Ra, God, Crypt King, Human, Holy, Undead, and then obviously the name Amun-Ra. I see Holy in there. That's 3 Holies. Let's go to Rat God. Holy and Creature. That's 4. And then we'll end off with a regular Purge, which is Holy again, obviously. The shiny and the regular, both the same thing. One's just shiny and one's not. Now, all of them are Holy, so this would be considered a Holy team. And in my opinion, Holy is one of the best teams. Don't quote me if you're a fan of some of the other teams, but I think Holy team, without a doubt, most people would agree is probably like the best teams that you can make. There's a few ways you could make this Holy team. This is just how I have mine set up. Part of it is I don't have a shiny Rat God. I don't have a shiny Archangel. Okay, I do have a shiny Purge and a non-shiny Purge. All right. Now you're probably wondering, why are you using a shiny and a non-shiny? Well, I'm using a shiny and a non-shiny because Purge is a boosting hero. So, as you can see right here, it says plus 25% boost to holy heroes. Now, stay with me, okay? So, he's going to give a 25% boost to holy heroes. Well, this whole team is made up of holy heroes. So, we get a 25% boost using Purge. With his stats, they're not the greatest, okay? He's not bad. He's not bad. Let me clarify this. This is still a good hero, okay? He's still a good hero. And the boost on top of it is like, makes him super goated. His range is pretty lacking, but he's still, you know, he's good. And then the regular one, you can stack. So, you cannot stack 2 regulars. You have to stack a shiny and a non-shiny. Okay? If you stack both of these, you're going to get a 25% boost with him and a 25% boost with him as well. Okay? Don't think you could put 2 shinies. That's not going to work. And if you put 2 regulars, that's not going to work. So, like I told you before, I don't have a shiny Archangel. I don't have a shiny Rat God. So, I'm just using the regulars. Okay? Now, if I had a shiny Archangel, I might take Rat God out, and I would probably use 2 shiny Archangels. Or, sorry, not 2 shiny Archangels. 1 regular Archangel, 1 shiny. I meant to say 2 Archangels, but you get the point. One's going to be shiny, one's not. At the current moment, I don't have a shiny Archangel because I'm still trying to open one. Haven't gotten lucky yet. So I'm using Rat God and Archangel. And Archangel gives a 20% boost to Holy Heroes. So far, what we see here is we see a 25% boost with Shiny Purge, a 25% boost with regular Purge, and a 20% boost with Archangel. So far, all 3 heroes are boosting. Now let's check Rat God. A 10% boost to Holy and Creature. That's freaking goated, okay? Because that's like 2 different teams. Like, you could use him with a Holy team or with a Creature team. But we'll get to that in 1 second. So, right now, we've got 10% boost with Rat God, 20% boost with Archangel, 25% with Purge, 25% with Purge. That's a lot, bro. That's like 70, 80% boosting. And these heroes all do damage at the same time. And they're all beam heroes, bro. The way you know that it's a beam hero is with that 5 speed. They're usually like fast with the speed, right? So they be beaming. They were like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll see them and just drilling, okay? They don't like stop and have to like wait a second. They're not slow. Let's put it that way, okay? So I've got 4 beam heroes here, pretty much, okay? And then, right here, what do we got with the Munra? No boost. Only for Pharaoh, not for Holy. So it's not going to apply here. But a Munra has that Holy tag, and that damage is crazy. Speed is slow. So why am I using a Munra? Well, might you ask? I'm glad that you asked. Because a Munra is a AoE hero. Now, what does that mean? Well, you'll know it's an AoE hero because they have this giant blue ring that's a lot thicker than the other heroes when you place them down. So if you go into a game and you place on your heroes, you'll see a skinny ring around anybody who's not AoE. Okay? The full AoE heroes, let me specify that. Full AoE. So a Munra is a full AoE, which means any enemy who enters that ring is going to get destroyed. And with a 63 range on a hero that's doing 225,000 damage, I mean, if a Munra has 50 enemies sitting inside that little circle, all 50 of them get hit every single time a Munra goes down to smash the ground or whatever. Okay? It is a slow speed, but you gotta know, like, the guys in the back are getting hit, okay? Not always the guys in the front. So, I use this as my Holy team, and it's made up of, this team is a little different than how I would do most teams, okay? And the reason being is for the boost, all right? Which I kind of already pointed out. You get the point. Everybody's boosting, which means they're all going to do more damage. So if you're wondering, like, why do you keep saying boosting? Boosting means they're giving more damage to each other. So, like, Purge is giving more damage to these 4. This Purge is giving more damage to these 4. This Archangel is giving more damage to these 4. See what I'm saying? Rat God's giving more damage to 1, 2, 3, 4. See, everybody's helping everybody except for a Munra. A Munra is just sitting there and reaping the benefits, okay? And that's why when we boost a Munra, we can get a Munra to, like, insane levels, okay? Anyways. So, this team is made up of 4 beam heroes and 1 AoE. Would I suggest that for every team? No. This is how I have my holy team set up. And again, it's mainly because of the boosts. Generally speaking, I would say you want 2 beam heroes, okay? And then you could pick like a couple heavy hitters and like at least 1 AoE. I always think if you have an AoE that you can slide in there, put your AoE in there. Especially if it lines up with the type of team you're trying to use, which would be holy for this team. This team is based around holy, if you haven't got that by now. I'm sure you understand. Okay? Now, let me show you like another team that I would use. Okay? See right here, like I've got like different, like, these are like different demon teams. Okay? So let's like check these out. All right? Let's see this one right here. This one's a little different, okay? Would I say that this is like the best demon team? No. It's going to be a pretty good one, though, because Soul Reaper boosts Unholy, which he is Unholy. By the way, if you put 2 down of the same hero that boosts that same tag, he will boost himself. So, like, he does boost himself, okay? And then my Two-Face boosts Angels and Demons is what it says, which I actually think is supposed to be Holy and Demons. But we won't go into that. Anyways. So he has the Unholy tag, right? And the Demon tag. So this is kind of a demon team. See, this is what's weird. He's Demon and Unholy, but he's boosting Unholy. So if you pick people who align with the same thing, it works. See? Lucifer, Unholy and Demon. But he's giving a 25% boost to all Demon heroes. And then Two-Face again, non-shiny. See, I did the whole shiny, non-shiny thing again, right? Holy and Unholy. And then we've got Demon Zeus, who gives a boost to all heroes within range, which is kind of nice. Well, sorry, boost all heroes plus 10% within range. That's what I meant to say. Okay, boost all heroes, and he's AoE. AoE lightning strikes. Now, Demon Zeus is not full AoE, but he's doing AoE lightning strikes. So anybody who's not full AoE but is AoE, that just means like they're going to hit a good amount of people, but it's generally based on a section as opposed to every single person within the ring. So he might target one area and all those people in that area get hit by the lightning strike kind of thing. Okay? I hope that you're staying with me here. He's not going to have the thick blue ring that I was talking about on the full AoE heroes. So let's make that clear. All right? So you might be confused when you put him down. You might think, well, he's not AoE. He is AoE. He's not full AoE. Okay? It's like partial AoE is the best way to put it. Anyways, he's boosting, again, Demon and Unholy. So, everyone is technically boosting everyone, even though Soul Reaper here is boosting Unholy. So what would this team be? This team would be considered a Demon and Unholy team. You could call it either or. Okay? So, hope that makes sense. Everybody's kind of getting boosts here. He's boosting, he's boosting, he's boosting, he's boosting, and he's boosting. We got a lot of boosts. All right? So, I hope that this is kind of making sense. I just showed you 2 teams. We got our Demons, and we got our Holies. Now, this, again, is a lot of beam heroes. I'm a big fan of beam heroes. I love using a good beam hero, okay? Soul Reaper is a beam hero. He's doing 10 speed, which is, like, crazy, bro. Two-Face, we got 5 speed, all right? Lucifer, 5 speed, okay? Two-Face again, 5 speed, and then right here, we have an AoE. I always think it's good to have at least 2 beam heroes, and if you want to be like me, some of mine have 4, all right? And see right here, I did 2 AoEs, okay? Let's check out this team. This team's a little different, okay? Now, we all know Kairos is the creature booster, so these guys are not getting a boost from him. He's basically just there to be my AoE, kind of like how a Munra was, right? I would also put him on a creature team though, just saying. If you're going to make a creature team, like, let me make one for you, actually. Let's do this even better. Let's unequip these. We'll keep the Kairoses in there, and let's go creature. Who should we use? Let's use Rat God. Rat God's definitely going. So that's going to be my beam. Who else boosts creature? I think Anubis boosts creature, does he? Yeah, he does. Anubis boost creature. Oh, wow. That'd be a lot, bro. That would be... Oh, man. Okay, so just for the sake of this, I'm going to show you this. So this would be like killer, right? This is kind of like overkill on AoE, but I would almost guarantee you're most likely going to win. Okay, even though this is just like absurd. So you would have to start on a, you know, a map that has $5,000, right? At least $5,000 to start with for this team to work. You wouldn't be able to like use him on like floor 4 or something like that, right? Because you start with a lot less money. Same with most of my other teams. Purge is an exception. He's like 2,200, so he makes it kind of easy. You can really bring him down to like lower floors. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. So let's show you these. We got Rat God, who's our beam hero, and he boosts creature 10%. Okay, doing a 5 speed. So we have one beam hero, and we're using another 10% booster plus an AoE hero. So this guy's AoE, Anubis. It doesn't say it. Don't ask me why, okay? Some of these heroes, you have to use them to know what they do because they don't say it. I don't know why. There's a few heroes that are like this. This one only tells you that he boosts. It should say boost creatures plus does like a piercing AoE or something. I don't remember what his AoE is, but it's not full. It's a partial. Okay, it's like a partial AoE. Again, that means like section-based kind of thing. But you can kind of tell if he's a beam hero because he's generally going to have a good amount of damage and a really low speed. Sorry, not beam. AoE. AoE. You can tell that he's an AoE hero by a good amount of damage and a low speed. Like a 0.1 or 0.2. That usually means either full or partial AoE. Okay, this one does boost, and they're usually going to have a low range. Usually. Amunra's an exception, guys. Don't use Amunra as your basic AoE hero. Amunra is way OP. Super OP. Okay, you're not going to find many heroes like that. Just saying. Most of them will look like this. Okay, so we're getting a boost from Rat God, and he's our beam hero. We're getting a boost from Anubis, and he's an AoE hero. And we're going to get a boost from Shiny Anubis, AoE hero. And we're going to get a boost from Kairos because he's a 20% boost. And he's an AoE hero. All right? And he's doing heck of damage. 123,000 at a 0.1 speed, though. See, that's the difference. Now, this guy is full AoE. So, I can use regular Kairos and Shiny Kairos. Both full AoE, and they're both boosting. So, this team is going to go crazy, bro. We got a 10% boost with Anubis, right? So, 10%, 10%, 20%. That's 40. Plus 10%, 50. Plus 20%, 70% boost. Everyone's boosting each other, but in this team, we've got 4 AoEs, which I think is crazy overkill. If you want to do that, go for it. It's going to be nutty, especially because you can put down 6 Kairoses, so you can literally put down like 12 Kairoses. I would do as many Rat Gods as you can, which I think is like 5 or 6. You're only going to be left with like a few Anubis. But in my opinion, Anubis would be the worst person to use on this team, just because you'd know why if you used this team. But even saying that, like, Anubis is not a bad hero, like, by any means. It's just, like, this team, like, these 3 right here would be, like, really goated. So yeah. So, making a team, I want to tie this all together. I hope it's kind of making sense for you guys. It's a little hard to explain this. I hope I did an all right job and helped you understand, like, you want to be looking for boosters. Boosters is the way to go, okay? You don't want to just be throwing in a bunch of random heroes. Can you? Yes. Again, if you win, that's what's important. But if you're trying to make a team, you need to focus it around a tag, which for this team is creature, okay? He does have the undead tag, so if you want to make an undead team, you can use him. All right? If you don't have enough heroes of that specific tag, then yeah, you're going to have to substitute in other people, obviously, right? But once you start to get pretty good, that should be your goal, all right? Your goal should always be to get 5 of the same, do that, and one of them always is going to have to be cheap. Let me specify this. One needs to be cheap, okay? 5,000 or less should be the rule of thumb. That should be able to get you into most hard maps, but you should also be able to do good enough at the beginning of a game to still win. What do I mean by that? At the beginning of most hard maps, that's generally when people lose. So Rat God is good enough, especially with Nightmare in a level 5, that like he could solo the beginning of a map. Like the first 1 minute is what I mean. Like the first like 1 to 2 waves until I get enough money to start buying, like putting other people down. Like I could buy Anubis then, put him down. Now I just got an extra boost, so now Rat God's doing better, and he's down doing some damage. See what I mean? And then eventually once you get everybody down, then you should be just wiping the floor. All right? With most games, the hardest part of the game is going to be the first 1 minute and then the very ending when the boss spawns. That's always how it's going to be, okay? The middle point is always going to be the easiest. Like, let's say wave like 3 to 10 is generally going to be like the easiest, okay? And then it's going to get kind of like, now we need to tighten up. You need to stay focused. Make sure your placings are good and stuff. And maybe we'll make another video soon on placings and whatnot if you guys want to see that. I might not be the greatest tutorial explainer. I hope I did all right explaining this. Let me know down in the comments. I tried my best to help you understand, like, you want boosters if you have boosters, okay? That will always make your teams do more damage, which means everybody's going to do significantly better. Like a Rat God starting will do 2,800 by itself. Once you add in all these boosters, Rat God is now going to do like, I don't know, like 18,000 or something. Okay? You see the difference there. We're talking about like a 5 to 6 time difference. Okay? That's a big difference. Yeah, I think that's like more than 6x actually. Okay? Rat God alone would be able to like just wipe the floor with the enemies. So, hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, allow them for all, and get out there, make yourself some good teams. All right? I'm Team Holy. What team are you? Peace out.